We were created for the fullness of God, not an ounce or a liter less. But are we ready for that? After all, being filled to the measure with all the fullness of God will most likely require our being stretched. At the very least, it is sure to disturb our comfort. Are we willing to let God explode our comfort zone and expand our capacity for Him? Or do we want a God we can manage? Unfortunately, a lot of the time, that is exactly what we want. Enough of God to make us happy, but not enough to make us change.
I would like to buy $3 worth of God, please. Not enough to make sweeping changes in my life, or to change the direction that I feel is right.
Just enough to make me look good in front of my family. Just enough to give the appearance of holiness.
I want to represent God, without all the sacrifice.
I would like to buy $3 worth of God, please.
Not enough to put an end to my inappropriate internet sites.
Or my fantasy reading.
Or put an end to my drug of choice, my habitual TV.
My Facebook, my YouTube, my iPad addictions, or my obsession with money.
And certainly not enough to have any influence on who I date.
I want ecstasy, not transformation.
I want the warmth of the womb, not a new birth.
I want a pound of the eternal in a paper sack.
I mean, don't make me get up early or be more disciplined with my time or have one of those prayer closets. You know how those people are.
And whatever you do, don't mention the F word. Fasting. I don't want to have to change, rearrange, or mess with any of my toxic relationships. They're all mine. Hands off.
But I do want kind of a sense of God, you know, to kind of hover over me. So when I come into church, there's an aura of spirituality that seems authentic.
Yeah, but don't have it following me around on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. That would be so annoying.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with the hovering from like Sunday to Wednesday. I mean, that gets me through, you know, church, prayer, maybe a meeting or two I might have.
But it can't be there around my real friends. They would not understand. Can you imagine how that would look? I cannot have people unfriending me.
And please, don't make me be friends with anyone that's not from my neighborhood. That would take me so far out of my comfort zone, and I really don't want to be uncomfortable.
I would like to buy $3 worth of God, please.
I would like my $3 to include these guarantees. Number one, answer all of my prayers. Especially the ones for, you know, sickness and pain, healing, suffering. Number two, all of my finances taken care of. I mean, He owns the cattle on 1,000 hills. That should be cake for God. And number three, I want a great house.
And number 4, gotta have a nice whip. And you know, I would like total forgiveness, no consequences, so I can go out, live my life the way I want to live, do what I want to do, be who I want to be, because you know, it is all about me. And then, you know, I'll turn around and just be forgiven every once in a while, because you know, the Bible says, should I sin so that grace may abound? That's like one of my favorite verses, man.
I want my $3 to include a cloak of compassion for the hurting in the world around me. But something that I can take on and off, you know, wash and wear. I don't want to carry all of that heaviness around with me every day. That would make me sad, and I don't want to be be sad.
I want to be popular, good looking,
well admired, respected,
Gifted, appreciated, and understood.
abs of steel, full, luxurious hair on a horse.
really charming, and a perfect score on my SAT.
Charismatic personality and the perfect weight.
And I want great seats to all sporting events.
Or the ballet.
And last, I want a rock-solid place in heaven. You know, with the big choir, the right color robe, moving on up. I finally got a piece of the pie.
And no judgment.
No condemnation. I do not want to hear about hell.
Just want smooth sailing once I leave this planet.
I mean, you did take care of that already, right? I mean, my name is in the book. As I recall, I did make it to the altar. I was 7.
I was 18.
Hey, I was 10 years old and I said a prayer, so I know I'm in.
So if we understand each other, you can work up that contract.
Send it to my iPhone.
When I get a chance, I'll look it over, make sure everything's in order,